Hello, and welcome to this tutorial where I will show you how to create a document in InDesign so that you can get started with your projects. When you launch InDesign, you're going to look for the purple icon that has a magenta kind of purple color to it, and it'll say Adobe InDesign. You'll go to File once it opens up. You go up to the top and go File, New, Document. This dialog box will show up that allows you to control the size of the document as well as the margins. By standard, it will be an 8.5 by 11, which is a standard sheet of letter paper. And you can change its orientation from landscape to portrait. If you click the preview button at the bottom, you'll be able to see your document as you start to preview it. Most of our documents that we'll create in the class will be 8.5 by 11 unless otherwise stated. You can customize the documents if you wish by just highlighting the number and typing in the amount that you wish it to be. The magenta line around your document is the margins. The margins act as a safe area to keep your information and images from getting too close to the edge of the document. If you don't want something in your document to be cut off by the edges, then you would use the margin to set up a safe area so that wouldn't happen. If you want something to be cut off by the document, then you would take it past the edges. This is referred to as a bleed, and we discuss this later in the course. By default, you usually want to have your margins set at about 1/8 of an inch. That's 0.125. But you can set it closer if you like. Again, if I don't want something cut off by the document, then I would design it as close to the edge of the margin as possible. The thing that you want to take into account is when you do your designs, you want to use the whole page. You do not want to design your document so that it sits exactly within the margin's default of 1/2 an inch. This will make your layout much too small. We're going to go ahead and set this to a custom letter size, but I want you to also see that you have default sizes that you can choose from. Tabloid is 11 by 17. Legal is 11 by 14. InDesign also provides you with a business card default of 3.5 by 2 inches and a compact disc of 4 3/4 by 4 3/4. We're going to go ahead and select letter. And we're going to select portrait, which is a standard letter layout. And we set our margins to 1/8 of an inch. And as you can see, before I've even hit OK, I've set my document up to the orientation, size, including margins of what I need it to be. If we're doing something like an article or a magazine layout, you can also add your columns right there on the page. By default, they're set to 1. But in most of our magazine layouts, we can set the article right here, and we can create custom columns. I usually recommend that you use the text box to create your columns rather than have them laid out on the page. So we'll go back to 1. Once everything is set, I click OK, and there's my document ready for me to begin. And that's how you create and customize a new document in InDesign.